They don't mean what they say, they don't say what they mean.
Hitman B.
They don't mean what they say, they don't say what they mean. Hand on my pistol, struggling with my demon. Pockets full of green and money don't mean shit. Prosperity present, gotta get over it. They don't mean what they say, they don't say what they mean. Hand on my pistol, struggling with my demon. Pockets full of green and money don't mean shit. Prosperity present, gotta get over it.
They slander my name, I'm fit to come home. Keep that same attitude and keep your phone on. Desensitized while I'm defenseless in this case. 66,000 sheets and you ain't even read a page.
Hey,
Crime
page, you got some fucked up ways,
They
bro.
wanna smack you, I've been holding back the wage. And the agent say, you ain't testified my case to the judge, thanks. Dude smack me in my face and he alive. Yet the numbers tell the truth to my old friends. I don't fuck with you. Full proof, full jacket, duck it, bitch, I'm bout that. On the Whack King shit, the booger never read all fact. Didn't agree to take the stance, the homie killing each other. I wasn't telling on my man, fuck my goals and my plans. I'm gonna be OP free. Then since I made a bob, me mug to show teeth. It's Boogie, 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 Boogie.
The dog, nigga.
It's Boogie.
The big dog, nigga.
You remember me, nigga? I'm back.
They don't mean
They don't mean what they say. They don't say what they mean. Yo, it's Grand Prize Boogie and the family.
Family.
We got Will here, food for thought. My cousin
What's
Darnita,
that?
Chris from down south.
Texas.
We up in here, man. Today's topic. I can't hear myself. Today's topic is
Baby daddies.
baby daddies or fathers.
Man, either one. But
Today's
fathers are
topic-
deadbeats too. It's a
Today's
father.
topics is we asked the women on our social media sites, was they held accountable for the bum ass baby daddies they chose?
Bum sometimes, but only in basketball.
The brother Will say he's a bum sometimes.
I live.
Before I get there, I want to tell y'all that we represent and we are sponsored by Shine CMOS, ShirtGoldLV.com, Grand Prize Entertainment, Vegas Food for Thought, and more. Just to name a few. I'll get to another one or another two or three later on, but those three are our main sponsors. Grand Prize Entertainment, Shine CMOS, Vegas Food for Thought.
Yes, sir.
All right. So today's topic is brought to you by no other than myself, Grand Prize Boogie, also known as Corey Hall from the Slave Master. So Slave
Slave
Master.
master.
You got a slave?
That's a slave.
Slave,
name.
not a slave.
Oh,
Slave, like
slave.
SLAVE.
Toby.
I got the thing right here. Oh, you don't get your foot cut off?
If I don't tighten up,
You learn. You better not read in front of them people.
right? So today we want to talk about if the women are held accountable for their bum ass baby daddies. And
When you turn to a bum though, after you leave the girl or when you first meet her?
well, it isn't how you start the race, how you end the race.
It's almost like a twofold question.
Yeah. Because I mean, you the greatest thing since sliced bread, bragging to the family. You know what I'm saying? You good in the beginning, middle. You know, you're not so shiny. In the end, oh man. What day is trash day?
Thursday and
They're
Saturday.
gonna leave you standing right there by that trash. And don't even care when they don't take you. They're gonna leave you standing out there.
So do you will feel that the women are held accountable for the men they choose in their life?
I believe so.
Why?
We
Why? What makes you feel that the woman that you had children with is held accountable for her choosing you in her life?
Well, all women have a Geiger counter. They judge us in the beginning. They checklist us. Sometimes we cunning and we trick them sometimes. Act like we great, but then starting to guard down and let their guard down. Next thing you know, y'all got a baby and y'all don't like each other no more.
So what happens when you choose the woman? You choose her or she choose you. It doesn't matter. She's responsible no matter what?
Well, I mean, yeah. I believe a woman's responsible for who she procreates with.
So what responsibility does the man have?
Man, you know, it be sometimes we don't be thinking sometimes with the right head.
Y'all don't never think with the right head.
We don't. I mean, I'm saying.
Y'all don't never think with the right head.
I know.
So Brother Will say
I ain't
sometimes
even know
we're
this
gonna
one
be thinking
existed
with the
for a
right
long
head.
time. I didn't even know I had what different was called a head.
Yeah.
I thought that. Man, listen.
So the brother is saying most of the times we're thinking with our lower self.
Yeah.
We are so in tuned
Hormones.
on with what
Hormones.
our hormones want that we don't understand what our cerebral,
Cerebral. Yep. Cerebellum.
cerebellum.
Yeah.
I love you so much. You is so funny.
No, sure, man, all that, man. Medulla oblongata, all that, man. You got all
Anyways, Brother Will.
different right brain.
So,
Well, this is the thing. It's not that a woman chooses. I grew up where we don't choose a man. We wait for a man to choose us.
Sadie Hawkins is, yep, man. They,
So-
Sadie Hawkins,
they
bro?
chose
It ain't
us.
got nothing to do with Sadie. But at the end of the day,
Sadie
it's
Hawkins,
a
bro.
twofold question because if you decide to lay down with the person and you do procreate, it's responsibility on both ends. Now, you do come across some men that tell you off front and off the bat, I don't want no kids. So if you end up pregnant, it's on you.
Wow.
But
So
we
it's
can't
that
say that.
person.
Wow.
It's up to that woman to decide at that point. Okay, am I gonna lay down with him, or I'm not gonna lay down with him?
Yeah, but
And they can be married
can
or
say what we
unmarried.
want.
It doesn't even
we can say
matter.
what we want in the beginning, but if you have that baby, the state in
The
the
state.
United States of America in the Constitution gonna make us liable. Take a driver's license.
But that
put you in
depends
jail.
on if the woman decides to put the white man in your business.
No, but she can do that by getting on welfare, getting benefits, anything. They just want to know a name, and they don't even give you the sperm donor. They just want to know what's his name. They be like, you ain't get no food, you ain't get nothing. Give his name.
The brother said they just want to know a name. Anyway, Roger.
I had the unfortunate pleasure of born in prison, and
Yeah.
I was DNA tested 7 times because somebody gave him a name, and not one time was I the father.
7 times?
7 times.
Wow.
I got those pink slips they give you when they take the DNA swabs.
Yeah.
I still have them.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I was like, damn,
So
7.
out of,
I don't even know
out of
these
7
names.
babies, which one was yours?
None of them. Even the one I thought was mine wasn't mine.
Ooh.
Oh wow,
I remember those days.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
He still got my name, though. I love him to death.
Yeah, mine. I'm in the same position.
I love him to death, man.
I have a son with my same exact name. He's a junior.
Man, ooh, I love him. But
Why
mine,
is
he
he a
tells me,
junior if he ain't yours?
kept
He's a
his
junior to
name.
somebody else.
She never changed his name.
Wow.
I don't want my baby name changed.
The boy that I'm on the picture with at Keisha house,
Uh-huh.
that's not my son.
Oh.
No, my son name is the
Yeah.
rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my son.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then they say the little boy don't even like me because he still think that I'm his father.
But DNA,
Well, that's
was
the
it on
mother's
Maury?
fault at that
Huh?
point.
Was it on Maury?
Nah, it was on Comstock in Lake Mead.
Man,
No, serious.
Comstock, my man. Oh, that way.
The other
Oh,
side, where I'm
okay,
from.
Okay.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. So Chris, what you think about the mother's accountability for the baby daddy?
I think it's both, honestly. You know, you gotta put it on both people, both sex. You know, I feel like women get to choose who they sleep with. Man, we just
Definitely.
kind of just take. Oh, she like me. Oh, I'm attracted to her. She think I'm attracted, so she gonna take me to her bed.
And it ain't always got to be attraction.
Well, yeah.
Because as y'all men say, just put a pillow over her face.
Oh,
Man, if you gotta do that, I don't even, because mine's more visual than anything. I got this, like,
but you put a pillow in her face, it'd be Stacey Dash.
oh yeah.
Put a picture on the
Yeah,
pillow.
How
man,
they
I
say,
forgot. Oh, man.
ass her face down.
Ass-
You ain't seeing no face.
No. He's worldly.
I'm so sorry.
That's my dog. He's worldly.
I'm sorry. I didn't know if I could say that or not.
It's okay. It's okay.
You gonna learn
I'm
today,
just saying.
We'll edit it.
He said he gonna learn today.
It's only live.
No, listen. If two people lay down, it's a possibility, a strong possibility.
Yeah.
Something gonna happen if everybody reach their peak, or the women don't ever have to reach their peak half the time. The man, once he reaches peak, it's I'm gonna say a 47% chance. It's just my logic that she's gonna be pregnant. For me, myself personally, I say 86% chance.
All right. Well, I have to say this.
Go ahead.
Unfortunately, I brought you here today. So
Oh no! Don't tell me I got kids up.
no.
Oh,
I brought you personally here today because I wanted you to tell me about your accountability and the role you have played in your children's life and how you feel that about being in the adolescent stage mentally before you had or when you had this child. So coming to adulthood right now, we can say honestly, this last bit that we just did turned us into adults.
most definitely, because I wasn't that before.
Exactly.
I didn't have the mentality.
And what was the age you was at before this last stretch?
39.
39. So this is the part
Little
where
boy.
a lot of men don't understand. And it's just I hold the women accountable because they are dealing with men that are 39, 35, 30 years old who are still in the adolescent stage of thinking.
Mentally.
And before I tell my story about how I feel, because I feel that it's a woman's fault for not vetting me
Properly.
properly.
It's
And-
like a job.
And in retrospect, I have something to say, but I want to know how you feel in retrospect by being trapped by the woman who knew you wasn't ready for this.
You think I don't feel I was trapped? Because I did enjoy the act. I mean, saying.
I'm through with you, bro.
I'm saying if you put a carrot under a box, a rabbit gonna go under there and get there even get trapped. But he enjoyed that carrot.
And no question.
Yeah.
So you don't feel that this woman, let's say, how long were you in a relationship before you had the first child? Relationship, like how long y'all were dating or hanging out or whatever before the first child?
Months or before the child came or first conceived.
Conceived.
Like a year.
Okay, so after 11 months of her hanging out with you, right?
Yeah.
She knew by your actions, the things that you were doing in your life, that you weren't ready to be a father.
No, because I was responsible as heck. I thought
What made you? No,
I had a job. But I know I was childish as hell. But I'm saying to myself, I felt I was
No,
responsible. So you portray
But
that to her.
she knew that you wasn't.
I know, man. It's signs.
A woman is watching. The other person is
fine.
watching you better than you can see yourself. It's like playing a game. You can see everything that's on the field, but when you're in the game, you can only see what's on the field.
Right. It's called bird's eye view and dog's eye view.
Exactly. I like the way you place that.
Yeah. Because a dog on the ground and he can't look up. A bird up there can see everything.
Exactly.
When you conceive your first child, what was the age difference between you two?
Me and my first wife,
Yeah.
my first baby mama, child's mother, 1 year.
Just a year apart.
Yep. In high school.
Oh, okay.
Yep. 16, 17.
You were
So that's
16
young.
No, I was 17.
when the baby came.
Yeah. My first
So
son.
that's young.
So she knew off the gate that
I
you
was-
weren't ready because at that age, and we can say many ages, but at that age she knew for sure that you wasn't ready to be a father
course.
because you were dependent still.
Yeah.
Whether you took
Yeah, I
care of
mean, yeah.
yourself or your own.
Yeah.
If you didn't have your own apartment, your own job that you've been working, and you paying these bills and they consistent, they're on time, and you making sure that she's eating and you are eating, I'm pretty sure that she knew at that time that when y'all have a baby or she have this baby, you wasn't gonna be there to provide daily.
Yeah. Because adolescent still, I was still all over the streets. You know me from back in the day, so I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, it was weird. Crazy. Just think about that right now, how it was back then. Man, I wouldn't even hung out with that dude. He was out there, he got us killed, shot. Man, I wouldn't have been around him.
You're how old?
Right now I'm 47.
Okay.
Don't tell nobody.
Me too.
That's the best kept secret.
Which one?
47.
Who 47?
Me.
Don't tell nobody else.
You know.
You know why.
What?
So, from a woman's perspective, when you had your first child, I remember like it was the other day. That's my cousin.
I know.
That's my real cousin.
Real cousin.
Like real cousin. Like
Who?
real cousin.
Okay.
I ain't just claiming it.
I see the family resemblance.
Okay. You looking like
Y'all both look like eyes and
His
stuff.
mother is my auntie.
Yeah.
Okay,
Great
yeah.
auntie.
Yeah.
How old are you? I'm the only one gonna say my age today. That's mad.
He's uncomfortable, guys. So by you having your first child and then having another one so close, like,
We bragged about it.
do you? Oh, wow. Do you hold yourself accountable? You're right. Do you hold yourself accountable for the rough patches in your life or how smooth it was in your life? As a result in retrospect, because being young in the early 2000s, late 90s, and you guys are having children, it's rough.
Yeah.
And then when you're not married,
Well, it wasn't rough on me.
it's not gonna be rough if you're in the penitentiary.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Because you leave. Back then, we did everything it took to get to that penitentiary. We was throwing rocks at that thing since we first stepped out the door. We didn't know no better. We thought that was the way of life, going out there committing 6 felonies before breakfast.
I don't know. I wasn't doing all that.
We were.
I-
6 of them.
When I had my kids, I was young too. I was 17 when I had my first. But I had mine purposely
Really?
to get away from my situation.
Wow.
So that was the only way that I can think of to get away. I grew up good, but I grew up also kind of rough too. So by me having my first child, it was my escape. But
Wow.
after I had my first, when I got to my second, I realized the person that I had the first one with, which my first 2 kids are about the same person, it was a mistake because he was older than me, but he wasn't mature.
That's the big word, mature. I mean,
So
be
I was
mature
I
much
was the
slower
type
than
of
women.
kid. I was very mature for my age. So everything that I did when I was younger, I knew what the hell I was doing. When I found out I was pregnant, I came home to talk to my mom, and she was like, "You pregnant?" I said, "Yes." I packed my shit and I got out.
She didn't tell you to leave?
No, hell no.
Oh, man.
I called him. I said, "Well, I'm pregnant. I'm moving in with you and your mama and your sisters."
Whoa, what'd he say?
So that's
No,
what
my mama ain't gonna let you come here?
Oh no! When she got home from work, I was already there.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I was already there.
I'm like, you finna ruin my phone.
I was already there. I was already there.
You will. You take the care of
Because
this one.
in my mind, I felt like this, and I told my mom at the same time, I said, "You've always raised me. If you think you grown and you doing grown things, you gonna be grown."
Yeah.
So guess what? I'm pregnant now. I consider myself grown, so I'm moving the hell up out your house.
Yeah.
And I'm moving in with the nigga that got me pregnant,
Hello.
whether he want to or not.
That's crazy how we used to think back then.
Yeah.
We thought just said we was our dad, our father now, we was grown men. But we still we was just as young as the baby we finna have.
Yeah, ain't no question.
We was had a challenge. Want to get cars with rims on it and the baby need diapers.
I was taken care of. By the time I was 19, I was taking care of 2 kids, but I was also taking care of 2 kids and the person that I had the kids with. Because he
You
wasn't
had 3
working.
kids.
Yeah.
Cause I want more attention than the baby most of the time. I know me. 'Cause I was.
Can you please say that again for me?
I wanted more attention than the baby half the time.
And
Pushing
that
that
brings
baby
me
out the
back to
bed.
last week when I was last week I said these parents having children and their relationship is more important than rearing the children. But and it happens because the 2 parents are still children themselves,
Man, that
especially the man.
Yeah.
man, well, he on to something.
Because he's playing the 9 months she's pregnant. He's out doing whatever he's doing. He's
That's
not
what- man.
normally he's not there.
You got a woman pregnant and you out there got somebody else getting pregnant right now.
Ooh-wee.
And then another one out there, she pregnant, you going to
Well, I mean, with my kid's first father, we didn't really have any bad issues. It was just he was just childish. He wasn't mature enough mentally for me. So by the time I got to my second, I was like, I gotta go. I'm about to chuck the deuces.
But you know, women mature faster than men.
Yeah. I got my own place.
Yeah.
And like I told my cousin, I said, I've worked a job, 2 jobs since I was 16 years old.
How you had time for the kids though?
Oh, trust me, I made time for my kids.
Did you whoop them?
Hell yeah, they got whoopers.
Oh, I don't
what
want you
the
for no
hell?
mama. I don't want you for no
I'm
mama.
old
I was
school.
trying to
My,
choose him.
my parents is from the South.
Oh yeah.
You
Y'all switches be too big.
no, you pick
Y'all
your
get
own
the little-
switch.
Oh no.
Ain't that right, bud?
Ain't no question.
Why we gonna? No,
You
that's
pick
torture
your
in
own
itself.
switch.
Or get the water hose.
Exactly.
Oh my God. I remember them days. Cadillac on.
What
I
street
remember
was
them.
that your grandma stayed on over there off
Ooh-wee.
Don?
Chris.
Hamilton.
Did they do that in
Hamilton,
Texas?
Listen,
Oh,
man.
They did that in Texas?
Grew up getting whoopings, man.
For nothing? You just
Hey,
let mama look at
whoopings-
you and say, get a whoop.
Whoopings help kids.
And that's
It helped us.
That's the problem now, though.
And that's the problem now. These kids don't get whoopings.
That's a whole
And that's
nother
why they blowing
topic,
up,
boy.
shooting, and everything else.
That subject right there, it need to be addressed.
But it's
I'm doing
also
food for
because it's so many fathers that are not taking care of their children and guiding them the right way.
And,
Now, some of it is because of society and incarceration.
yeah.
But the half that ain't incarcerated, what the hell they doing?
But I seen people that grew up with him, you, no children, very successful. They took a different path, and then you be sitting in the penitentiary like, man, I should have been like him. We used to pick on him.
Well, you have to have a mindset of, this is how I grew up, this is what I saw, this is what ain't gonna happen.
Yeah. So we got to teach our kids not to do that.
So does
But you can teach them,
no.
but that don't mean they gonna follow the
I
path.
want my kid. I want to be a beacon of hope for my children, not to be how I was.
Yeah,
I play a lot, but I'm serious about the children, though.
so life situation dictates what type of parent you're gonna be.
It could be.
Yeah, in a
Could be.
sense.
You know what I mean?
In a sense, cause I grew up rough. So between the ass whoopings with water hoses, stitcher cords, hangers, switches, all that shit, I was like, okay, once I have my kids, I'm not gonna treat my kids like this.
And that's why we lost it. We don't want
But-
to treat them like we was getting treated.
I did whoop their ass though. They just didn't get the severity that I received.
So you stumped their head.
No, ain't no stomping no heads.
Okay.
Hell no.
I didn't want to know how serious you got. I'm saying that's like the maximum.
Now,
Your
once
kids
they
do something-
once they got up in age and as teenagers, the boxing gloves came out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Body slam, everything.
Yeah.
WWE.
Well,
That's
you finna
WWF
catch-
for us.
You about to catch these hands.
Oh.
So
And man, you look like you can fight just from talking. I could tell. I'm like, man, I bet you start yelling at them kids, everybody straighten up.
well,
Even
my
Boogie.
kids, my kids.
Oh, yeah, I was
know
always
that
straight. I was a good kid.
No, the hell you wouldn't.
That sound good, though.
I
It
know.
sounded good,
Yep.
but
Come on. That sounded good, real
We
good.
live,
I was good. Oh, we
he all the
live.
way live right now.
You drunk something there, you can't even drink.
Man.
That's on the natch. Dang. Man.
I was a good kid. Was my face straight when I said it?
You're a good actor.
Oh, okay, thank you.
He should be in a movie. He write movies. I mean, he a good dude. I know him.
So how do you know you parenting correctly or parenting
You
right?
don't know. You just how your kid come out. You got to wait and see. You don't even know your kids because they're not who they're going to be yet.
Well,
They're developing into.
When fathers have their role in stepping, okay, I'll say this: when fathers step in, a father is a daughter's first love.
Right.
Okay, so if a father is molding and talking to her and showing her the guidance of a man's perspective of dating men and this, normally she turns out good.
Yeah.
But if you have a child, whether it's female or male, and a father is not there,
Oh yeah.
it's a 50-50 chance that shit ain't gonna be
But how
right.
come preachers' daughters always like they turn out the worst? And they have a father that's a preacher and he's a
it goes back
spare the
to,
rod, spoil the child type person.
well, it goes back to this though. How much time is the preacher
Spending with their
parenting?
kids.
We don't know, but we always know the preacher daughters be the freakiest. I mean, did I say that?
If you don't get the security, you get the security.
I mean, that's what they say. I
That's
wouldn't
what
know.
they say. That's a well-known, what you want to call it, myth or.
Well,
It's not
lifestyle.
even necessarily preachers' daughters. It's more or less, let's just say church women in general.
Church women.
Well, you can see yourself a church woman. You grew up in the church.
Absolutely. And guess what? I don't have 5 kids for nothing.
Church.
Church.
I mean, like
Church.
Bishop Don
No,
Church.
that's church. Yeah, that's
Oh,
church.
Bishop Don Juan.
That's church, like
Bishop
church.
Don-
Hello. TMI.
But see, some people go to the laundromat. Some people go to the church. Some people go down to the club.
The laundromat.
Who the fuck going to who going to the laundromat?
Me? When I first got out 05, Walmart and the laundromat was the meat market. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, shit, everybody know me.
Turn it a little bit.
Everybody know my name. No,
At the laundromat?
laundromat.
Which one? On H and
All of
O's?
them.
Bonanza.
Bruh man, all of them.
He all on the washers and dryers.
No. That's when you go to meet him. You in there,
He all on the
3
washers.
socks, a shirt that's clean already, in a bag with some
Dang.
tissue in it, just trying to you doing something,
Yeah.
and you just looking around the laundromat like, oh, she's single mom. Okay, all right.
At the laundromat?
At the laundromat, I was single bit. Back
So if a woman catch you snooping with her at the laundromat, is she held accountable for taking you to the crib?
then. Man, listen. Yeah, I was looking at.
Well, what about you? You were the predator.
Right.
I'm not a predator. That mug killed 2 people, and man, Arnold Schwarzenegger got him. I'm just trying to say, that's something different.
This man's slicker than oil.
I'm deflecting right now. I'm just saying, y'all learned my little secret about the laundromat back in the day, but that's in the
Back
past.
in the day, was that May or January?
Last week. I mean,
Last
like
week.
June 7, something like that. Yeah, listen, I'm a half-assed, self-proclaimed comedian, so I just be doing.
All right, well, you like your comedy, but we want to know that if you hold yourself accountable
I do.
for being not such a good, not being in a household, because when you are of the adolescent stage, when you're having children, you are risking not being in the household, and this is what it affects the
But
children.
how long
the
does
most.
adolescent stage last for a man in my position?
Until you learn until you learn 1 Corinthians 13:11.
I said I grew up in the church.
Okay, well, you learn that when you a child, you think like a child, reason like a child, and when you become a man, you put away childish things. So when you put away the childish things,
I thought they meant toys. For real.
believe it or not, listen, check me out, toys.
Toys.
So you have these men that, no disrespect to them now,
Gamers.
in these bike clubs, these car clubs,
Yeah.
who are so in love with their toys, they put hundreds of $1,000s into their
I used
toys,
to do it.
but their children don't have college money.
Exactly. Now,
Or they put hundreds of 1,000 hours into their car club or into their car, but they don't put hundreds of 1,000 hours to their children. See, a lot of parents are getting it misconcepted with the understanding when their kids graduated high school. They think they did their job.
but see, when did you learn this? When did you come to realize that that's what's going on?
When I woke up,
So so you just said something that kind of
Man,
I pondered on it for a second.
chills.
You feel like a lot of the parents now feel like once your child has graduated, they've done their job,
yes,
right? But why did you say that? Why do you feel that way?
because this last May, when all these children were graduating, I'm watching them and I'm watching the success their success stories, and they're showing how the kids was doing whatever they're doing, right? And now I look at the parent and I see that just because this child graduated, they feel that they want to post the pictures of their child. But before that, I'd never seen a picture of the child. When we have these school assemblies, we got these field days, we got these field trip, all these things go on. So they make it, they glorify the certificate, but they're not glorifying before the certificate because more than likely they're not in the household upbringing with the child. Normally, the most time you're going to see a parent with a child in this society that we are in is at sports events. You'll see the cheerleaders, you'll see the basketball, football, track players, volleyball. You'll see the parents there. You don't see the parents inside the schoolhouse.
Academics.
That's true. I mean,
It's rare.
Very rare.
I'm gonna say that because I was one of those parents. I want to know what they're doing. Teacher got my phone number. It needs to be on speed dial. So if they act up, I'm coming.
all right.
Okay. Any activity, and none of my kids did. They did sports for maybe a month or two.
Why?
They didn't like sports.
And this is the question I have for her. And by you when your children were in school, you were working at a nail salon.
Yep.
How many other women can you say came to the nail salon and talked about them going to their children's school and their child wasn't in the disciplinary sanction?
Oh, I can't. None.
You know? So this is what we're saying. Most of the time, the parent only come to the schoolhouse when the child is either in trouble or playing sports.
I can agree with that.
So this is the problem with.
But how was that parent raised? See, my generation, 40 and above, we were raised the old school way.
Yeah.
It's the new age parents that are, oh, I don't want to discipline my kids. Oh, I'm only going to go to the school when they get in trouble, and then I'm tripping out on the school.
Yeah.
There's
I've seen that.
There's no self-containment or any type of disciplinary at home. Because they probably getting cussed at home.
Yeah.
By the child. So a child ain't going to go to school and act his ass if he don't do it at home.
Right.
My mama ain't gonna do nothing to me. My dad ain't gonna do nothing to me.
When a child knows that, okay, if I do this, oh, my dad's coming or my mom's coming, you think they finna act a fool?
Ain't no way.
Absolutely not.
No way. And this is what you'll see in most homes, especially when I was dating before I went on my vacation. The woman will put her child in the room. The woman will put her child in the room and put him in front of the game.
Oh, hell no.
And tend to me.
No.
And this is at 5:00 p.m.
That's crazy.
3-4 days a week.
Oh.
So when is the child seeing
With the
time
video
with the
game?
mother? Yeah, the video game.
The video game raises a lot of kids these days.
And this is
That's
our
the
problem.
real. That's the
Right
problem.
now.
And what games
Yeah.
are they playing? These are the things that matter.
Shooting games,
War, Grand Theft
War,
Auto,
yeah.
San Andreas.
stealing games.
So these are things that are influencing the thoughts of
Pac-Man.
these children.
I play Pac-Man.
You play Pac-Man.
Yeah. I used to play Atari. I'm just saying I'm that old.
US 47.
Yeah, we played
Atari.
Atari. Centipede.
Centipede.
Pac-Man.
Did you stick with
Frogger.
one button?
Did you ever come to the Jets, Weaver Street?
Yeah.
She was over
You
there.
know, that's what we was doing. And then KB Toys in the mall.
Upstairs,
Yep.
Meadows.
Second level, Metal Mall.
You just steal from there?
That's the first time my shoulder ever got grabbed. If y'all know about that shoulder grab, you know,
I'm
man,
saying-
listen, I couldn't even get away. I was like,
So-
man, and 3 games fell out my pants, my belt blew out.
So you did all that stealing when you was a kid.
Yeah.
Do you feel like
My kids better not
your
steal nothing.
parents is responsible for the way you grew up?
Whoa, good question.
Well, pops wasn't there.
Whoa, good question. And I'm gonna
But
tell
moms had us, but she couldn't keep. I was bad,
and you know disciplinary comes from the father. Period.
and I was only boy for a while, so. It was,
But nowadays, you're right. Disciplinary is supposed to come from the father. But nowadays,
the mothers do.
somebody else, another man is raising a whole lot of everybody else's children.
Yeah, that's the place we were at.
Yep, I commend
Remember
them
that
what
place
they
we were
did.
at where it was 1,000 men? That's what she's talking about. What's it called? The government's mansion?
Prison.
That's what raising them.
Penn
Prison.
State. I was in
Yeah.
Penn State. He was
Yeah.
in State Penn. It's the difference.
Penn State.
He was in Penn State. I was State Penn. What's the difference?
It's all the same.
It's all the same.
Y'all both was behind bars.
Yeah, pretty much. But there was no bars.
No bars.
Mostly walls.
Our door.
Yeah. I met him when that thing clanked shut.
Oh, it shuts.
Oh,
Trust me,
man.
I know I worked.
Oh, she
in
worked there before.
Oh. I'm trying to get no write up. Listen.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
correction
see.
officer in the building.
Whoa.
You made your bunk?
Man, huh?
You got the dust bunnies from under your.
We used to get roll of toilet paper up, wet it a little bit so to
Yeah.
catch the dust. Go all up under the bunk. Had us flow shiny. Man,
Remember
we
those
took pride
days?
to clean that room, man.
Came home
Bed,
and
you can bounce a nickel on that, man.
yeah, eat off the floor.
Yeah. I dropped noodles a few times. I got them things up.
Or how you feel about you being locked up? And so your kid's mother had to raise them on her own.
Listen,
bad.
that's a good question. She said, "How do I feel?" My children's mother, both of them, but the one that has my son, has the best support system for herself,
Gotcha.
Her family?
her family.
Family.
Okay.
Somebody, family. Yeah.
She has brothers who are amazing men.
So role models.
But I'm gonna tell you this part that you're not gonna even believe. She had a brother that was older than me. He left us young. She had a brother that was younger than me, and she got 3 more brothers that's older than me, and I looked up to all of them before I went to prison.
Responsible.
Responsible, period.
Right.
Paying their own bills, working their own jobs, side hustles, legit side hustles. So when I went to prison, I was more ready to go to prison and get to 20 years instead of the 8 years and 4 months. I was ready to get to 20 years because I knew that those men will raise my son better than me before could ever.
You was
Yeah,
man.
he was reckless.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was super reckless.
Yeah, he was reckless.
I knew that.
I know him.
The other day I had the fireworks and bro said, how much you gonna charge me for the fireworks? I said, charge you. Listen, man, the work you put in on him, I can take the credit
Now this.
because it's my seat, but y'all put the work in. I left for 2,315 days.
Man,
At that time, he was only 1,500 days old.
he was gone more than he was alive. Yeah. Man.
So I was gonna double in some change.
So who you feel is responsible then?
For
Having babies with you.
You having kids with him? Who's more responsible?
me.
Okay.
Me.
Chris ain't never been locked up.
No,
But
I've been to jail a couple times, but never penitentiary.
never paying attention.
So Chris, do you have any kids?
Absolutely, I got two.
She looked
daughters.
just like him.
You got 2
Two
daughters?
Listen.
daughters.
One of them, he
Okay.
brought one. Oh my God.
So
I'm
do you
from
consider
Wood-
yourself a dad or a father?
Well, to be honest,
Ooh, we.
No,
I'm
no.
gonna go ahead and be honest, keep it real with y'all, man. Like, I spent a lot of my time in the military, so I was away from my
Oh,
kids.
okay.
You know,
I
so
like prison because that's the state.
I was in the military. I was training. I was here. I was there, and then I was just never around. And then even to this day, I see the effects of me
Not being.
not being there
Yeah.
around my daughters, and you know it hurts. You know what I'm saying? Keep it real with you, it hurts. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm at an age where I'm just cleaning it up. You know,
How old is she?
T's, dotting I's. I got a 13 and a 9-year-old.
Oh, you got time.
So that's the thing.
Patience.
As a mother, when you have daughters, you can raise them up.
Yeah.
But when you have sons, you can't teach. As a mother, you can't teach a young boy how to be a man. So that's where, for me, kind of like fell off. Although my family is huge,
Yeah.
I have a huge family, ton of men, but they ain't worth shit.
I mean,
Most of them, I will say, most of them has been to prison. Have they got their stuff together yet? Absolutely not. They still in the streets acting like they 16.
So you can't do that.
And you see, this is the part where I have to respect it because she's talking about me.
But I see how, man, he been on his hustle.
But
he been
no,
on his
but
grind, he
she's
been
talking
good.
about me because her children or adults have became adults when I left. So, but she can say before when they were in high school and middle school, the majority of us was so into what we were doing, which was nothing, that we wasn't worrying about the vicariously living through our nephews and nieces and little cousins.
Checking you out.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You like that?
Hell yeah.
So
I know.
responsibly, what it is a lot of men need to be uncles. They need to be brothers. They need to be role models and leaders, not just in the home, inside the community, man.
But every time you call me now, I bet you I'm doing something responsible. I mean, middle of the night, middle of the day.
Today, I called you today. You're
Yeah.
doing something responsible.
Exactly.
I called him today. He's at the courthouse with a loved one, making sure she handle her affairs and get her situation together because she needs somebody there.
Support. It's a support.
Support.
System.
Now she have parents, she have friends, but the uncle came to make sure that somebody was there. Even if he just in the car, I'm outside. I could be in the courtroom, I'll be in the courtroom, whatever. This is the thing that we need to understand, that family must support one another from the gate. I told my brother, he got a life sentence over his head right now. I said, it's a whole heap of Gersons. It's a whole heap of family members. It's 100 of us. So if everybody give you $100 a month,
Man.
this month I'm gonna give you 100. Next month he give you 100. By the time it get back around to me,
You don't feel it.
I don't feel the pain. But when you calling me and only me, when it's 100 of us, and it's
You know,
1,000
that's
of
another
us.
thing. When we go to prison, this is sidebar. We selfish because
Oh,
we
very
got the
selfish.
woman got kids, and we calling every single week for commissary money.
But she's held
Phone.
accountable though. She's held accountable when she.
And then when she don't do it, we mad. We upset, and we mad when she leave us.
But
We got the nerve to be upset.
That's the part I don't get, and a lot of men. I don't want to get too far off this topic, but a lot of men, when we get into that condition, we don't understand that if we was to be at home with the kids and the woman had to go do a little 2-3 year bid, 5 or 10 year bid, we gonna cheat.
Macking. Yeah. But we
Strictly
gonna-
macking.
Mac.
I'm old school.
Right.
Old school, baby. Yeah. But it's the truth. I mean, he ain't lying. I mean,
But then
I
we
done seen some
want to
things,
hold these women accountable for keeping us with all these things and
and
keeping
they don't want her to
herself.
cheat.
She don't want to cheat.
She got needs and all that, and we gone for however long. And you're mad when she meets somebody else.
And then it's even worse because we're gone for however long again.
This not the first time.
Again.
You know, we insane because we think we keep on doing the same thing. We think something different gonna happen.
No, I don't.
Recidivism is, boy, it's a disease.
So we hold women are held at a higher standard.
Absolutely.
They are, because they are the gatekeepers.
Yeah.
They are. The woman is the gatekeeper at the end of the day.
Well, once she open her leg, the gate open, and oh, we talking about something else. I'm in my mind. I ain't
Boy. Red Bull, what is strawberry twins?
I'm gonna blame it on that.
So
Yeah.
by the woman being the gatekeeper, she are held accountable more so than the men by letting him in, especially the women today who knows that 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10 of the men are going to leave. There's no relationship there. There's no marriage there. Most of the time, it's not even a commitment there. I'm on Facebook the other day and I'm looking at social media and I'm looking at this girl. She got a newborn. And she got a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old, approximately 2 and 3-year-old, and she ain't got no ring. And I get to looking like, so now I'm looking for a picture of a family portrait.
No family portrait.
None.
Oh, man.
So you keep kicking these babies out, and
It's a lot of babies gonna beat the
You
right
must-
one eventually.
no.
No,
That isn't what it's about.
she get on 7, she gets.
See, this is what happened with the children. See, I come from a big family.
Right.
When my mother met my father, my mother had 2 children. My father had 2 children. After that, 5 of us came. It was 2 boys my mom had, a boy and a girl my dad had. And
Together or separate?
Separate.
Separate.
Okay.
And then
They
5
both
of
came into
then
the
5 of
marriage.
us came.
Yeah.
At one time?
No,
So
back
some-
to
some-
back.
back to back.
Oh, I thought you.
Yeah.
Oh, dang
Okay.
it. Man,
But it was back to back, right?
Right.
So now we got these 2 parents who are not so educated, right? With 2 children prior, then they start having children. 79, 82, 83, 96.
I think education could be the key.
Education is the key to everything. Because now that I'm not educated, what kind of jobs am I having? I'm working. So now when I come, I'm the 6th child, and who's going to take care of the first 2? With the income they bringing in, it's already a strain on the relationship. I had never had a shot. I told you,
man.
I didn't learn how to read till I was 33 years old.
That shocked me. I couldn't believe that.
So,
That's crazy.
but who was going to teach me? The father who couldn't read, or the mother that was?
So you got to
Lacking
remember,
in reading.
in our family, they migrated to Vegas from the South.
It was-
So
we
most
wasn't
of our,
from
like,
them.
my grandmother and his mom, all of them, none of them had an education. They stopped going to school like 4th, 5th grade, maybe.
Yeah. My mom went to Valley, but
fifth
what was she
grade
doing at
education.
Valley?
An
Yeah.
adult with a 5th grade, that's unfathomable.
But that's most of the parents, and I tell the women these days, vet your man. Put a book in front of them. Tell them to read it.
Man,
Yeah.
I got some books in the car right now.
Yeah, I said, book. I need to buy you a book. I'm gonna buy you a book because it's the book I want you with, and it's gonna strengthen your vocabulary tremendously, and it's gonna make you strengthen other people's vocabulary. And it's and the first chapter is amazing. You're gonna love it. I'm gonna teach you about it soon.
Oh, man, I love to learn.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. It's about the 10
to
personality
learn.
types.
Oh, I use comedy to mask my sadness.
So you cover it up.
Yeah.
You know what that remind me of, right? A narcotic,
Yeah.
alcohol, and sex. It's the same thing. So
Cover
you
it
use
up.
comedy.
Yeah. For real, because I don't do nothing else. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do nothing.
Do you see your kids?
Yes, all the time. I take care of them, but I don't see them as much as I should.
What do you call taking care of them?
Yeah, I was about to ask that
see,
question.
See,
I'm talking to them when I get them, which is often, and support, financial. I'm asking a lot of stuff for financial support, for not really being there, but
I feel the best taking care of a child is spending the night with him. When your child know how you wake up and you go to bed, you know how your child wake up and go to bed. That means
Why you looking
so
at me?
much.
I didn't do nothing.
That means so much because now you
It
learn.
means a lot to the kid.
Yeah. You learning that child.
But I was gone for a long time. My children don't know me like that. Some of them don't know me like that.
At the end of the day, it don't have SO on your paperwork. So when it don't have SO on your paperwork, the child should understand that I may not been here, but I'm not going to be the one that do something that I ain't supposed to do to you.
Right.
You feel me?
Can you clarify the SO?
No, I won't.
Okay. So. No.
You know what it is,
Yeah,
right? It's so funny though. You was a real comedian. Listen, anyone got stand up? I need y'all to hire Will, please, because he is amazing.
Yes.
He said, "Can you clarify the SO?"
What? No, man. Why we get quiet up in here? I heard a cricket, man. What that thing is?
So,
Jimmy?
at the end of the last show, I talked about how I didn't love my child,
That's shocking.
and I meant it because I fight for all this, but I won't fight for that.
Fight for that being staying out of trouble.
But at the same time, by me being a believing man, I knew that it'd come to me. But I still could have put on a fight. Like the brother was saying after the last show, he said, the brother Mario, he said, well, all you gotta do is go over there and knock on the door and say, "How you want to see me today?" And she say, "No, go back home." Come over there the next day and knock on the door and say, "Hi, you want to see me today?" "No," and she come
Wear
back
it
home.
down.
Not, want to see me today? Because now I'm putting forth effort. I go over here, knock on the door to.
Yeah.
She around the corner from you. How you go straight to your house, make a right and a left. So I come over there, I'm hanging out with you the other night for 4 or 5 hours. I could have went over there and knocked on the door and then went back. And when you finish, I could have knocked on the door again. But it
I
goes.
never thought about that.
But this is the part. What will we fight for? See, and then see now I want to play a devil's advocate. We want to hold the woman accountable, but at the same time, we are responsible as well.
True.
And especially us two, us three, us four, but us two for sure. We watched how our homies grew up, even if we grew up better. See, unlike a lot of people, I grew up in a 2-parent home. My father died when I was 32.
When I was foster care, I had a 2-parent home. That's the only time I seen that structure.
But I'm gonna tell you what I would like for you to do. Open up more. Because if I knew that you were in foster care and I was a child and I look up to you and I liked you, I took intriguing to the things that you say or you do. Because you are an amazing man. You know, a lot of people ain't gonna sand the car down and buff it up and make it look beautiful as you do. You have a career that a little boy should want to learn, or he'll like it because you bring life into these cars.
All
But not only did you bring life into the cars, you bring life into people like me. You make me want to stay out of trouble. You make me want to keep going because now I can't let you get the phone call. You have a collect call from a federal inmate, Hall Corey.
Man.
Hey, bro, send me 50. No.
Man,
So now we in a battle. You don't even know it because of the condition we've been in. We both are subject to go back. That's what they think. So now I'm doing what I can to stay out and wait for you to call me. And you doing what you stay out, wait for vice versa.
So being that both of y'all have been incarcerated, right?
For a long time.
How do y'all feel about the men that hasn't been incarcerated, live in the same state as their kids, but has never visited or took a interest in even attempting to take care or see or anything?
Well, I tell people, can I?
Yeah, go ahead. You're enlightened for sure.
Because
his eyes open.
What I tell people all the time, a lot of men need to go to prison. A lot of men need to go to prison.
Wake up.
And that's because it's not about the prison system and all that. It's about being alone and learning who you are.
What's your saying? He wasn't arrested.
I was rescued. I wasn't arrested. I was rescued. They came and they helped me find me. And finding myself throughout that mission, I learned that there was so many men in that condition I was in that wasn't even looking for who they were. And I say that responsibly because I had a man that was in prison for 12 years. He had 8 more. Yeah. And he been in GED class for 12 years. And I told him one day we were going to fight. He really wanted to beat me up, but he didn't have action. And my bad, V, but you couldn't get it. I told him, I said, bro, you've been in GED 12 years. If you to start at first grade, second grade, third grade, now mind you, the GED is only an 8th, 9th grade level of education. You would have been past 3 years prior. But it's because a lot of men goes into that condition and they still want to be who they were on the street.
Yeah.
But some people be more than they were. I mean, I ain't go there.
Yeah.
I ain't driving Maserati. I ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Shots fired.
No, you drive. He can go actually say it. But a lot of people, they had nice things when you're in prison. But you know from the streets, you be like.
Oh, I can really say this was a brother that had a helicopter.
He was a veteran, so I believe.
He had a helicopter. Young black man out of the South. I think the brother was from South Carolina, North Carolina. The brother really had a helicopter. He had pictures and everything.
Oh, yeah.
If it wasn't his, it had his name on it.
Yeah, man. That was his. You put the tic-tac.
Yeah. So we're going to close it up. And I'm going to thank the guests for coming.
No, all for real, all serious. I'll be serious about this because I ain't trying to get in no more trouble. I used to put my energy towards doing wrong. But after I got out and seen my kids, I was like, man, I got to stop this. I got to do something. And I seen you. I came over your house.
Yeah.
I worked on cars with him all day. We were changing locks, seeing about the cars. We did a whole bunch that day.
Yeah, that's a beautiful day.
And I said, man, we finna be all right.
Yeah, ain't no question.
We finna be. It was a sunny day. Man, we was free. Freshly free.
Freshly free. This was January.
Freshly free.
He got out in December. I got in January. I seen him in January.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't been out 30 days. I haven't been out 2
We
weeks.
didn't see each other for 8 months. Different trajectories, same location.
You just gotta keep your mind focused.
Trying, yeah. But there's a lot of things that gonna try to knock you down. And I admire you, man. I've listened.
Thank you.
Man, I listen. Every time I see you, that's why I hype it up every time.
Yeah,
Push
you
grand
should.
prize.
Yes, sir.
Man, listen. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of
you,
myself.
man.
D-Ray. Man.
D-Ray. Shout out to D-Ray.
D-Ray.
Keep it consistent, Brody.
Man,
Mike.
keep it consistent. Oh, yeah. Mike Mosley.
Mike
Wow.
Mosley. And
He
the
got
other
married.
Mike.
He got married.
The other Mike from last week. From 2 days ago.
Yeah, from the store. Vapor Smoke.
Vapor Smoke. Jamaica. Shout out to Jamaica.
Jamaica Hines. Party Time.
Party Time. Jamaica Hines.
Keyjo.
Keyjo.
Scotty Dollar, man. Condolences, man.
Hello. Listen, shout out to shirtgoatlv.com. Y'all tap in, ShirtGoat. They have the best prices and the most efficient in the city. ShirtGoat. SHIRT. Goat. GOAT.
Kobe.
LV.
Kobe.
Kobe's GOAT?
The GOAT.
Go. All right, so that's our time. We out. Donita, thank you for
Big round of
coming.
work.
Thank you for inviting me.
Chris.
Oh no, thank you for having me.
coming.
I'm very. It was enlightful, educational, and very soulful.
Yes,
Listen,
sir. Can you tell people how to find you, Chris?
Oh man, you could just find me on your nearest corner. Probably see me.
He hang with me,
walk
y'all.
around.
We comedians. We do some things.
I'm new to the area, so I'm getting into the whole social media whole thing. This is my first podcast, so I really
He
appreciate
gonna come hang out on Food for Thought a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna bring him on Food for Thought.
Yeah, man.
We.
He enlightened though, for real. He got some man. Woo.
learning experience for sure.
Oh, y'all tune in next week. Peace, love,
Libra
respect.
Auto Works.
There's 2 type of people in the world: those that get it, those that fail to get it. The single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that's taking place. It's your boy Grand Pros Boogie, and I'm out.
All that.
Pockets full of green and money don't mean shit. Prosperity press, gotta get over it.
They slander my name, I'm fit to come home. Keep that same attitude and keep your phone on. These is the times while I'm defenseless in this case. 66,000 sheets and you ain't even read a page. Crime page, you got some fucked up ways. Bro, them men wanna smack you, I've been holding back the wage. And the agents say, you ain't testified my case to the judge, thanks. Dude smack me in my face and he a lie. Yet the numbers tell the truth to my old friends. I don't fuck with you. Full proof, full jacket, dug it, bitch, I'm about that. On the Whack King shit, the booger never read all fact. Didn't agree to take the stands, the homie killing each other. I wasn't telling on my mans, fuck my goals and my plans. I'm gonna be OP free. Then since I made a bob, me mug to show teeth, it's Boogie. Boogie. Boogie.
nigga.
It's Boogie.
The big dog, nigga.
You remember me, nigga? I'm back.
They don't mean what they say, they don't say what they mean. Hand on my pistol, struggling with my demon. Pockets full of green and money don't mean shit. Prosperity press, gotta get over it. They don't mean what they say, they don't say what they mean. Hand on my pistol, struggling with my demon. Pockets full of green and money don't mean shit. Prosperity press, gotta get over it.
Fuck what they talking, I'm about to touch shit. 40 you fucking with it, don't get mad about the bitch. These hoes for everybody like I told you before. Chase the money, young nigga. Never chase the hoe, get the dough. The hoe gon' do the chasing, they backbite. Slander nigga, another flagrant. I've been patient, come recant that shit. How you told them people? I said I wouldn't tell, bitch. I'm loyal to you niggas and you know good. You dispose like the rest of the hood. Give a fuck what you talking about, you click and get mad. When you disrespect the son, you disrespect the dad.
They don't mean what they say, they don't say what they mean. Hand on my pistol, struggling with my demon. Pockets full of green and money don't mean shit. Prosperity press, gotta get over it. They don't mean what they say, they don't say what they mean. Hand on my pistol, struggling with my demon. Pockets full of green and money don't mean shit. Prosperity press, gotta get over it.